No, I'm not a natural blonde. I'm a ginger and I've earned it. No, I'm not a dog person. I'm not a fan of dogs. I like cats. I like cats. I'm sorry if you like dogs, but I'm more sorry for you if you like dogs. I do write all of my songs, yeah. I always say, like, I didn't make it on my looks. False. I think I have 62 tattoos on, like, my wrist, sort of thing. Like, I've got a lot of tattoos. I see it as, like, one tattoo now. It's just one. People say I look like a melted crayon. I did appear on Game of Thrones. It was, you know, quite talked about. I'd say people weren't that keen on it, but my answer is always, if you were asked, what would you say? And the answer is always yes. I was a big fan of Game of Thrones. I spent ages trying to get mates into it. I would literally invite friends around my house to watch the entirety of season 1 with them, to be like, you will like this. And I must have seen season 1 like 6 or 7 times, just convincing people to love it. And then obviously it became this thing. Oh, that makes me sound so like, I liked it before it was cool. It was already popular, but it wasn't, my friends didn't really watch it. I wouldn't say I was homeless because there was always a roof over my head, but I would say that that roof was never guaranteed. So I was very lucky in the sense of people giving me sofas and spare rooms every now and then. It wasn't at Buckingham Palace though, it's like opposite it. It's like this big like marble arch that you could climb up and there's like a heating duct. But it was just a night where I hadn't found somewhere to stay, where I was like walking around. I was basically going from bar to bar as they closed, because those are the places that people were in, and I was just trying to find a place to stay. And then when they closed, I was in like central London, so I just went there, had a couple of hours kit. God, imagine, could have saved so much grief in school. No, I'm not a natural blonde, I'm a ginger and I've earned it. I don't have a smartphone, I have an iPad. This is my iPad, and my iPad has email on it, and I answer it when I want, and no one can reach me otherwise, and I quite like that. If I want to ring someone, I borrow a phone, and do you know what it is? It's being at dinner with someone. So I was at dinner with my friend the other night, and I hadn't seen him for a long time, and he was very excited to see me too, and he had his phone on the table, and it buzzed, and a message came up, and the eyes go down for a second, but it's that 1 second that takes you out of a conversation, and I was doing that too much, or just finding myself texting dinner with my dad or something. I'd go texting, so I cut it out of my life, and I'm still in touch with people, but I will like reply on a Sunday to everyone, and I'll reply properly, and I'll actually catch up and tell people what I'm up to and ask them what they're up to and blah blah blah. But it's the constant that I stopped, basically. I am a super fan of ketchup. I've been offered these sort of ad campaigns for big brands, and I've always been like, just no, it just doesn't really fit. And then one day I was like, but I do like ketchup. Should I see if Heinz want to do something? So I got in touch with Heinz, and Heinz aren't really you know, like you see Super Bowl commercials of Pepsi, and there's like every single musician has done like a Pepsi advert. Heinz never really struck me as the sort of thing that would do like that, so we're making it happen.
And you have a tattoo?
I actually got the ketchup tattoo in 2012. I was playing Pittsburgh. I visited the ketchup museum. This is how sad my life is. I was excited about that. I got a ketchup tattoo. This is false, but he could have done. Ben, if you're watching, I still love you. No, we did The Hobbit together. He was the voice of Smaug, and I did the song for Icy Fire for The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug. So we met on that. I went around to his house for dinner and I said, would you like to be in the music video for Sing? And he said, yep, just make sure it's a good idea. And we just didn't get our act together. I didn't get an idea written down, and the video ended up just being a puppet going about doing coke. Yeah, true. I'm always like, I don't know whether to be like flattered or worried, but I guess flattered. Yeah, she was the year below me. All the girls in my year always just dated guys from the year above, and that was just how it worked. Even though like there's like a year's difference, it's just like, oh my God, he's a year older. I did do that in 2016, yeah. I did do that. But I was just talking about this because someone said you disappeared in 2016. Like, I was actually probably more visible than I ever was because I was out and about doing stuff. But I feel like if you don't post on social media, no one thinks that you're alive. No, I was voted worst dressed in GQ for a few years, I think. For like things that I look back on and I'm like, yeah, I get it. I didn't look great. But also, I don't know, some people make really fucking questionable fashion choices that people go, oh my God, it's inspired. And then you look back in 5 years and you go, oh God, what was he wearing? So like, sometimes critics don't always get it right. Yeah, I've got the award in my pub. But the thing is, when I was in high school, I was singing, I was doing shows, I wasn't famous, but I was like trying to play the pub scene. So yeah, I guess I was probably the only one in my year trying to do that.